Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Jeremiah chapters 7 through 9. These chapters contain some of Jeremiah's most powerful and, dare I say, gut-wrenching preaching in the book. The tone in this section is fairly confrontational, and there's a bit of heartbreak nestled underneath. These chapters are going to challenge some of their religious hypocrisy. It's going to confront false security, and there's going to be mourning over a nation that has stubbornly marched toward their own judgment. At the heart of all of it, though, we find God's aching desire for truth, justice, and covenantal loyalty. Loyalty to their old covenant. All right, let's take a look at Jeremiah chapter 7. Jeremiah stands at the gates of the temple and calls out over the hypocrisy of the people. He says in verse 4, "Do not trust in these deceptive words. This is the temple of the Lord." The people believed that because they had the temple in Jerusalem, they were safe no matter how they lived. But Jeremiah exposes the lie. God cannot be manipulated by ritual or proximity. The idea here is that we go to church on Sunday, but live anything but a Jesus life throughout the week, and that's just not okay. God declares that the temple will be like Shiloh, the former site of worship that was destroyed. He even tells Jeremiah in verse 16 of chapter 7, "Do not pray for this people." Ripped out of context a bit, though, it is a chilling moment where God is not interested in simple hollow religion or going through the motions. He wants heartfelt repentance. Jeremiah chapter 8, despite all the warnings, the people persist in their sin. God describes a future where even the bones of kings and priests will be scattered before the idols, and the people cling to their false forms of peace. When they say peace, peace, when there is no peace in verse 11. They're not even ashamed. And while even birds know the seasons, Judah doesn't even know the judgment of the Lord. The last question asked echoes through generations. Is there any healing for this brokenness? In chapter 9, Jeremiah begins with, "Oh, that my head were waters and my eyes a fountain of tears." He's deeply grieved, not just over the coming judgment, but over the betrayal of God's people. God describes the land as deceitful everywhere, friends betraying friends, and lies and pride choking out truth. The heart of God says that it's not about a religious show, it's not national pride, it's not human strength, but knowing and walking in the steadfast love, justice, and righteousness of God. If we were to summarize this whole thing in one simple phrase or sentence, it would be that God calls out hypocrisy and social injustice, not with cold fury, but with a grieving heart still longing for his people to know and walk with him. Be well, friends.